All right, Kenman here, and you better board this train because we are about to shoot out of the customization station. We have a lot of work to do. I have gotten behind. I am slow. I apologize. It is all my fault. These last few months with the channel and life and everything, it's tough to organize, keep going. Plus, some of the machines that I use, I don't always have full access to. Shut up, Kenman. Let's get to it. I have a whole mess of customizations to get to. Let's talk about it. I need some help. I need some input. Let's get to the ones that are first off foremost. We have Stacy bolstered blades Clydesdale right here. I have had this for way too long. She's been so patient. We had some troubles kind of coming up with some ideas, figuring out what we wanted to do. Wanted to make it really special because this knife is great. Stacy is great, and she deserves it. Long time coming. This is happening soon. We have some anodizing and laser marking ideas for it. So stay tuned for that. I know I've been saying that for quite some time. But yep, Stacy's Clydesdale is getting ready to go right now. That is the first one on deck. Next, right behind that, is Renee Ramon's Chavez. We also have a plan for this one. I just haven't gotten to it yet because it was on deck after Stacy's and I've been slow with Stacy. Okay, but Renee's Chavez, real cool looking knife. Another anodizing laser mark kind of idea we have for that one. Next up, we have Lanyard Man's Spyderco. We do not have an exact idea for this one yet, so this is where we can start the discussion, start the input. What would you like to see? Obviously, the titanium, we can do some anodizing here, laser mark on there, something to that effect. Comment below what you would like to see us do to Lanyard Man's Spyderco. All right. Next up, we have Jimmy Crow's Echo. The great Jimmy Crow. He did a little customization on this Echo. This one's actually my Echo. If you notice the front flipper, he kind of chopped the top a little bit, gave it a little uniqueness. Is that the word? Sure. But Jimmy Crow's, we're doing a laser mark on that handle. Pretty much already know what we're doing to it, so I just got it down here because it's on the list. It's just kind of sitting tight here, waiting in line with the others. And the rest are all mine that I'm not sure what I want to do yet. So from here, I would like you to maybe make a little note and then leave a comment and give me some ideas as we go through these. How's that sound? Excuse me. First up, we have this Budget SOG Adventurer. Not a whole lot we can do with this lockback. I can do an acid etch on the blade, and I could maybe dye the handle in some form or another. Or we could laser mark the blade. Comment below what you would like to see done with this SOG Adventurer. That action is, because it's a lockback, it's harder to get that thing to flick out. It is a very budget-friendly knife. SOG Adventurer. All right, we have my little Case Executive. Looking at doing a nice laser mark design on the handle here. Not sure exactly what kind of pattern, what we want to do. We could just do something as simple as make a laser mark of like a case badge like that and put that on there. Maybe make it really big. Or we do some pattern or some design. Comment below. The small. All right, yep, the Case Executive. Some type of laser mark design. Let me know. My smallest knife in my collection. I am going to be doing a shipwreck to this. I just wanted to throw it in here. What colors design type of shipwreck should we do? A lot of one color, just a normal splotchy stuff that I've been doing before. We have the Ozark Trail Grail. This thing is actually pretty great. Another shout out to Mad Yako for finding one of these and sending it to me. They're only $10 from Walmart, but I still haven't seen one in stock anywhere. I know they came out with a few other colors or something as well. Haven't seen them in any of my Walmarts. I had talked about trying to find this one, couldn't get it. And then my bud Mad Yako said he's going to go check at one of his Walmarts. He found one. It was the display model, the only one available. He sent it to me. Thanks again. We could do I thought about doing some type of sanding off, polishing up the blade and making it look distressed and weathered. We could dye the handle, something like that. What do we think? All right, now we have the bottom row. CRKT delineation. So this one, obviously laser mark, maybe acid etch on the blade. Any ideas? Something that can match. That's what I'm looking for, is like you can say, oh, the delineation. What would be something that would go with that? Do a little research. I'm going to try to come up with some ideas, but I'm looking for some help. So if you have any thoughts, you want to see some acid etch design on here, laser mark on here, maybe acid etch the whole thing. I don't know. This one is steel. Assisted opening. Budget. Couple of inexpensive ones from Kaiser. Sorry, this is the Kaiser Yacht. This is a really nice knife. Nice, easy flip action. Works great. Feels really good in the hand. Obviously, dye job is in store for the jade handle. What color would you like to see? Acid etch on the blade. Leave it clean like that. Give me your thoughts. The Yacht is a fun budget knife. They had a couple really budget offerings on Kaiser. Well, they have a lot of great offerings on there, but these were on super sale, less than $30 for this knife. Good action, feels nice. The Yacht. What do you want to see? Try to laser mark something that has to do with the ocean or maybe the colors. I don't know. We have another one from Kaiser. This is the Porcupine. An excellent flipper tab. Fun, good action on this. Feels great in the hand. Big, long, straight razor. That spot right there for your finger fits really good. Another jade handle for a cool dye. What color would you like to see it? Maybe we could do something that has to do with the porcupine. Not really sure how we could go about that. Maybe some lines or something in the design. Give me some inputs. We have the Concept Reverie front flipper, top flipper. This one's pretty cool. I've had this one actually for quite a while as well. Just never got around to it. I've got a lot of stuff going on. It's tough to, the channel is part-time, so I don't always have the ability to just only work on that. If I was full-time in the channel, I would clearly be able to get to things quicker. Not making excuses. Sometimes greatness takes patience. What would you like to see with the Reverie here? I like that it's got this full bolster on the micarta handle there, so maybe do a dye and accent that, make that pop out a different color or something like that, is what I was kind of thinking. We have the Ned Foss Cougar. Whoa. Huh. Holding my hand against the button, that's not how you do that. Boom. Ned Foss Cougar here, do a nice laser mark, acid etch, something to the effect on that. What would you like to see? Maybe a laser mark of a cougar on there, or a nice looking, slightly older lady. I don't know. The Ned Foss is a cool design. It's a nice knife. I actually need to carry this thing more. It kind of picked it up, and a lot of these, when they go into the customization stack, they sit up there and don't get carried as much because I'm kind of just looking at them, waiting for the inspiration to decide what it is I'm going to do to them before I start carrying them. Nice real estate for a cool looking laser mark or something like that. We are getting close here. We've got the Migron Talisman. I did a trifecta, KDK trifecta on one of these once. I laser marked the blade. We dyed the handle, and then I upgraded the, pocket clip to a titanium clip, and then we anodized that clip, so it was the Kenman trifecta here. The Migron Talisman is a nice little user, good action, nice and fidgety. A lot of options to do with this one here. What would you like to see happen to that? My arch nemesis, the CJRB Pyrite Light. I've cut my palm on this too many times. The blade is longer than the normal pyrite, so it goes closer to that edge. I got to be careful with my bigger hand. So what I am going to be doing on this one is I am going to be cutting this blade right here. I'm going to be making the blade shorter, a little bit more like shaped like that, like a less pointy sheep's foot. So I will be doing that to the blade, which means it's going to change that. I'm going to be sanding off that section. So I'm going to end up probably sandblasting the entire blade. I'm getting rid of that black. And then we can dye the handle. We can mess around with some other stuff. What would you like to see me do with that? I know the one thing I am going to do is chop that blade shorter, but everything else I'm up to interpretation. Give me that input. What do you think? I'm excited to cut that one down. Should be fun. I have my CJRB Echo. This is the original Echo. Great knife. Maybe some type of laser mark that pattern that resembles an Echo or has that kind of a repeating pattern or something to it. What do you think? It's a great knife though. If you don't have an Echo and you like CJRB, you have a Pyrite, I would definitely recommend one. Pretty much it's a Pyrite, a little bit bigger, but it's got that front flipper on there. We have a Kaiser Task. Whoops. We have Kenman unable to open and close knives. So the Task is a fun one. I would love to find a way to incorporate this pattern with a dye. It would be hard to do a lot of multicolors, like we thought about doing like a Skittles color, but dye has to be hot to react. And if you put a little teeny drop of dye in there, it's going to cool really fast, which means it was going to take a really long time for it to dry. Or not dry, but actually take color. Maybe if I added acetone to it. Thoughts? Some type of cool dye pattern, maybe something blast up the blade. I don't know. That's why a lot of these have been sitting there. I've been busy, and then I just haven't had the inspiration, had the cool idea. When one of you were to say, oh, hey, dude, that concept Main Street you got right there would be super cool if you did this. That's what I'm looking for. I'm hoping someone kind of sparks my inspiration a little bit with their own inspiration and helps give me some ideas. And then also you get to kind of then see me go for it and find out if I fail or I make it look better or what happens. But yeah, this concept Main Street, really cool knife. I could just leave this one as is. Thought about maybe doing a dye, have this yellow accent, maybe do a fade to just black or something like that. That yellow black combo. Maybe acid etch that blade. It's a good knife, Main Street. So there it is. These are the ones that are on deck. I have some honorable mentions. Here's a couple shipwrecks. My Rough Rider Aptas. I have the copper one, copper one and the brass one. I'm going to do both of these side by side in the same container and see some differences in how they react with the same chemicals with the shipwreck. The shipwreck's going to give us this kind of fun patterns, patinas, but we'll see what the copper and brass do differently with similar situations. I've got the Chonk, the Rosecraft that we could do a cool laser mark on. I just got that full-size Momo from my buddy Dave. This has an aluminum handle. Thinking about doing some type of a topography map of one of the lakes we were on when we were up on the fishing trip. I think that would be very fitting for this knife right here. I have my Devo Premium Pony Stout. I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do this one for a while, but I've been keeping it on deck, kind of staying true. Like if I am going to be able to get in to do some more laser mark anodizing, I want to get to the ones that are for you out there and not as much for me. So those are all off to the side. These are the ones that are next. This is very next on deck. It's boom, 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 boom. And these are all kind of some that I can do some stuff at home and work on outside of the laser mark anodizing room. Please comment below which one is your favorite. What would you like to see next? Give me some ideas. Give me some inspiration. Much appreciated. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.